So what's up guys, welcome back to another video. It's Alexa here. So in this video we're going to be talking about just like not wasting time, walking into the unknown and doing a lot of stuff in life and like change with that. And when you're walking into the unknown, the number one thing you need to have is faith, and seeking God helps there, to be honest. And of course you have to somewhat trust yourself as well to have the mindset and ability and strength to actually walk into the unknown. You still need to take steps. It doesn't matter if God is with you or not. You still need to take steps either way. If you want to walk into the unknown and achieve something, if you want to do something, whatever it is you're doing, try to change yourself for the better. You need to be able to have the ability to walk into the unknown in pure faith and basically assume that things will work out. Like, I'm not saying to be in a sense stupid, but like what I'm saying is sometimes, like, especially when you're walking with God, that's pretty much like a common occurrence. To your human mind, nothing really makes sense, in the sense of like when you're walking to the unknown, it's not like anything makes sense, That's why it's blind faith and true faith, because it's not like it makes sense when it's orchestrated and arranged by God and angels and everything. It's not like a lot of stuff that happens in my life, for example, makes sense, or in a sense, like from a human perspective. But if you look at it from a spiritual perspective, then it makes sense. And that's why a lot of times people are very fearful, because they don't have God by their side and they can't have that true faith, and walking into the unknown and changing is very difficult if you're trying to do it on your own. And that's kind of like where God helps a lot, and seeking God is because like you trying to change yourself is probably not gonna go very well if you want to change for the better, and I don't think it's possible without God. And when it comes to like walking the unknown, this could be like outside of God as well. Like, even you have to take a new venture in your life, like career opportunities or trying something new, you also have to have the ability to trust yourself and walk into the unknown and do something and take those steps. And of course, if you have God by your side, it's much easier always, if you're not alone. That's pretty much the basis for everything. But that's kind of like, if you're watching this, I must assume that you kind of follow God or are interested in God and watching my channel at this point. So yeah, when it comes to walking into the unknown, you have to have faith in yourself and God, and you have to just like walk in and don't expect. You can sometimes expect things to happen, but like don't expect inherently something that will happen from your imagination, because a lot of times things will turn out in a really weird way when you're walking into the unknown. Like, I don't know, traveling somewhere new that you've never taking a risk, whatever. Like, things will turn out in a way that you can't really comprehend, and it will still be for your good. But sometimes you learn a lesson, sometimes you learn a new skill, sometimes you just happen to meet certain people. Whatever happens, like, it's really like up to, in a sense, chance of orchestrations and God and everything. What happens in your life, at the end of the day, we're all orchestrated, arranged by God, and so on. So it's not like there's anything necessarily to worry about, but like you have to sometimes like take these things into account when you're walking the unknown. Is like, it's not gonna go how you think it's gonna go, and this also like where timelines also could come in, and what choices you make in life will definitely shift where you end up being in life. Like, when you're walking in a certain direction, you make a certain choice, like I don't know, food choice, whatever. That's a new timeline for you. You could have chosen to eat healthier or more or less. You could also choose to do, I don't know, make a certain type of video, make a certain type of music piece, art piece, painting. You could do it a lot of times in different ways. And this is where like all of these choices kind of come in. But at the end of the day, the end of the result is still the same fate for you, probably in your life anyway. But a lot of times we have a lot of small choices that will lead to certain outcomes, and whether it's good or bad, or whether it's not the way you expected, or is the way you expected. Sometimes it depends on the situation, but like a lot of times you just have to have faith and stay in the present moment and go walk into the unknown and trust that things will work out for you, especially when you're with God. And that's really where faith comes in, and that's why you need to work on this ability. And the more you work on this ability of walking the unknown, the more comfortable you get in the unknown, the more comfortable you get changing. And when you change, everything becomes easier in life. And the more you change, at some point you'll feel very good. And then once you reach that point where you feel very good, then you can basically be at a point where you don't have to worry about stuff in life so much anymore. You can stay in the present moment. You're unafraid of the unknown because you already know, like, you can just kind of assume, okay, this will work out. Let's go in here. Like, you still make smart choices, of course, and think about things. But, like, you kind of just have to walk in. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you can get doing it. And that way, you can get to the point in your life where you can just go into the unknown and accept whatever comes from God, accept whatever your destiny is, and do whatever you need to do. And this is the only way you can really live a meaningful life and actually, like, get something done, is taking risk and going through the hardships. Because if you don't, then you'll never actually change. I hope this video helps and gives you a lot of thoughts and about the unknown and different choices in your life. If that's all, also, God bless. Thank you for watching the video.